What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Snow back today with another video. Hope you all doing pretty well. Sorry for the slight schedule change because I was supposed to do the Deidera VS Kakuzu fight for the Akatsuki Battle Royale series, but I had some slight scheduling / editing issues, so I had this other video ready to go after that video. So hope you all enjoy it. Today we're obviously talking about analyzing / dissecting Kakashi Hatake. I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't gotten this video yet. But if you're new to the channel, be sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications. And yeah, so with all that out of the way, let's just get right on into it. I have my boy Macon Payne to do this video with me. He's also a Kakashi fan, so I'm glad to have him here doing this video. So let's just get right on into talking about the Copy Ninja.
And
you can go on yourself.
I like Kakashi. I think she's cool. When I first watched Naruto, I was a kid. Maybe it was middle school. I remember. I was young. And that's when it first started getting popular. Like, everyone was watching on Toonami. Like, Naruto was the jam.
Yeah.
Everyone was going.
Yeah.
Like, there was no Japanese.
I need to make sure I always made sure I watched it every weekend.
Like, we called it Naruto. We had no idea. Like,
yeah.
we were base roots Naruto.
Yeah.
So Kakashi, obviously the coolest character. And yeah, and I could go on and on about how much I really enjoy Kakashi's development. My favorite moment with him by far is probably him with his dad.
Are you talking about whenever he died?
When he died?
Yeah.
I love that moment.
It's a lot of people forget about that moment, honestly.
So
it's such a pivotal moment.
I freaking love that.
And that's built up too. Like like his dad is built up.
Oh yeah.
Before then.
Because there's blood in the water.
Yeah.
With them.
So like I like how it's built up in a way you kind of forget about it for a second, because whenever
it's a small moment.
Like, remember when in the beginning of Shippuden, whenever Granny Chiyo attacked Kakashi, thinking that it was his dad,
thinking he was the white,
and then Naruto asked later, who is she talking about? He's like, well, I just got to put this. He's my father. Yeah. And they're like, okay, something's gonna come back around because he just leaves it off there.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So it's like, okay, you're gonna come back around to that. So,
but I'll let you talk more on. I think you'll do a better job.
Kakashi is the main character. I don't care what anybody else says. Kakashi is the main character of the story. Because that man was introduced from day one, and ever since then he is.
Wait, so Kakashi's your number one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy.
Not a lot of people know that.
That's
so,
weird. Yeah, I guess you sleep on that. I thought, but I guess not.
Man, Kakashi's just so underrated.
Underrated. You're wearing a Kakashi shirt.
A lot of yeah, I know. For those of you, I actually am wearing a Kakashi shirt. So
everyone, and there's so many people I see coming to the movie theater wearing Kakashi t-shirts.
Honestly,
he's such a good character.
Honestly, because a lot of when I was a kid in high school. Whenever they were wearing Naruto shirts, it wasn't Naruto they were wearing; it was Kakashi.
Oh, yeah, because Kakashi's freaking awesome.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I told you this before. I think Kakashi is one of the main. I think the main reason I kept watching Naruto to begin with, because whenever I first,
a lot of people honestly, he's awesome.
Well, when I first watched Naruto, I thought it was a slapstick kind of show, and even though when the action kind of picked up in the Land of Waves arc, I was like, okay, I could deal with this. It seems like a show that I could really get into. But whenever Kakashi first used a lightning blade on Zabuza, I was like, this man is my favorite character. I'd never seen anything like lightning blade before. I thought it was exactly what I expected from a cool kind of character.
See, I love the copycat element, which I feel like they slept on. I think they could have done a lot more with the copycat aspect. Whenever
Zabuza gave the best introduction to Kakashi. Whenever he was explaining to them what Kakashi is, and he's like, how do you say it? He's like,
the man that knows the thousand jutsu or something like that.
Kakashi, the copy ninja. Yeah. And I was like,
that's so cool. That was so cool.
Sakura was like, what is Kakashi Sensei some kind of famous ninja? I'm like, if you rewatching it, I'm like, if you only knew. Yeah. And later on, you realize he's really known throughout all 5 nations and probably
everyone knows him.
Yeah.
He's insane.
From the Raikage.
I wish they had compelled that more because I know the Sharingan has its own elements, but I thought that would have been really cool if they had been okay, this is what Kakashi can do with the Sharingan. Yeah. Copycat more. I think that's so cool. Well, either way, it's
because
cool.
No matter who he's up against, he receives praise from just about everybody he fights.
Oh yeah.
From Itachi, who is the master of the Sharingan, literally said that Kakashi's mastered the Sharingan exponentially well. Even in Shippuden.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, and I'm not trying to say that Kakashi's scared him, but in Shippuden, whenever Kakashi, because this is one of my favorite Kakashi moments. I think it's just because who he's up against. But whenever Kakashi was talking to Itachi before they fought, it was a 30% clone.
Yeah.
And he's like, I wonder. He's starting to put up his headband. He's like, I wonder just how bad your eyesight's gotten. And Itachi's like, oh crap. And he's like, did you trailing off? It's like asking, did he like because Itachi knew at that point he'd unlocked the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Right.
So
because the only way he would have known about the eyesight loss is if he had known himself. Like this is what happens when you use powerful.
And Itachi already knew that Kakashi was dangerous. He even told Kisame when they first appeared in the Leaf Village.
Don't take him.
Yeah, he's like, if you take this man on, it's gonna cost you something.
Yeah.
And like to think that this same man has a Mangekyo Sharingan can be dangerous. So, and then Payne of all people. He's like, the copy ninja Kakashi Hatake. He's like, I'm honored to meet you. I'm like, that's one of my favorite Kakashi.
That's so cool. Because Kakashi's awesome. He's just such a cool character. I just wish they did the copycat more.
Okay, so like, skill and strength aside, I think Kakashi is just, I said Minato's the all-around. I think Kakashi is the all-around best ninja. He's funny. He's cool.
He acts like a ninja.
He looks like a ninja.
He looks and acts like a ninja. It's perfect.
And I've said this to a couple people before. He acts like a real adult would in some ways. His mannerisms, like the way he kind of acts and talks, he kind of like an adult in the real world would kind of act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he has really good funny moments too. I love it whenever he was eating ramen with Yamato and Naruto, and he convinced Yamato to pay the bill because how much he respected him. I rewatched that so many times. It's so funny. And anytime his books are involved, so funny.
Whenever he was when they're trying to decipher the code to Jiraiya, and then like
he was like, I had to read the book.
And then like all you see is like the steam coming off of Kakashi, and Kakashi's like a blank, like weird face. And it's like
it's so good. I love that was like his Achilles heel too. Whenever Naruto and Sakura were fighting out in the woods,
it's like
he was like trying to spoil it.
And it's like Kakashi's a cool character, but like he's not like he has the cool side of Sasuke with the funny side of like Jiraiya.
I think he can have his like funny moments, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he's a mixture of like cool and funny, and I think he balances it so well that it just makes him a better character. I feel like, and then when you find out later that he's so much more than we thought. Like he's the student of the fourth Hokage. He knows the Rasengan. His
dad was the
White Fang. Yeah, and then
and that's one of the best moments in the show. I think by far, I love that moment with. And I already said
boy, I tell you what though,
dad.
I see. Like I told you before that I watch reaction videos a lot.
Yeah,
people almost rage quit when they see Kakashi die.
Oh man! Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
like when that came out and that happened.
I was reading the manga, dude.
Nuts.
I threw my book too. I didn't even finish reading the book because that happened like midway through the manga book that I was reading. I literally threw it. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not watching the show anymore.
Yeah.
I actually stopped for like a good 2 to 3 weeks. I had actually someone tell me that Payne brought him back. Yeah. I was like, you're lying. He's like, read to find out. I was like, okay. And
that's insane.
And yeah, so like when he brings him back, like. I don't know when he came back, and the first thing he did, one of my best Kakashi moments to me. First thing he did when he came back to life is go look for Naruto, and he caught him when Naruto was about to faint on the ground or whatever. He caught him on his back.
I love that moment, dude. It's so good. That's a good moment.
And this is what brings me back to what you were saying about earlier, like Jiraiya being like, look, I think Kakashi and Naruto's student match relationship is very slept on.
It's good. No, it's really good.
I get I get what people say about Kakashi. I wouldn't say that Kakashi ditched Naruto and Sakura for Sasuke. I get why he did.
It wasn't a ditch. He just knew who the problem child was because he saw Sasuke in himself and knew what he could become. Well, and that's understandable.
I think people forget the Orochimaru was after Sasuke. Like it kind of makes sense for, in the moment I think it makes sense for Kakashi to try to get Sasuke as strong as he could because he knew he was Orochimaru's target. And now, granted, like the personality, like the similarity between Sasuke and Kakashi was there. So like, and it's not as if Kakashi left Naruto in the wind.
Oh, definitely not. It's just that's how Naruto perceived it because he was spending his time with Sasuke. But that's because Naruto. The thing is, Kakashi knows all the stuff about Naruto. He knows his dad. He knows his story, and he knew Jiraiya would be a better teacher for him just because of how Jiraiya is as a person.
But I'm talking about like during the Chunin exams arc when he he trained, but like because people like really harp on Kakashi about that moment. I'm like,
oh no, well, Kakashi's explanation was perfectly adequate too. Naruto needed to learn fundamentals,
and that's what I'm saying. He didn't leave Naruto in. He sought out a good trainer.
Yeah, the trainer was good.
It was a Jonin. It wasn't like a Chunin. It was an experienced Jonin who taught him chakra control.
Yeah,
or at least
attempted to before Jiraiya took over.
Yeah. So it's not like he left him in the wind, and like that ended up helping him. The chakra control literally ended up helping him.
No, yeah, Kakashi I think just made an efficient move for Team 7. I think that's all it was.
And again, like after that,
I don't know if he was as concerned with the power creep as much as he was just making sure Sasuke grew up correctly. Like, I think he really understood, because Sasuke, remember, Sasuke's whole village was wiped out. And in the very first conversation when they're all meeting each other, Sasuke's like, I'm after a certain man to kill him. And you hear that from a 12-year-old, you're like, okay, this kid needs therapy.
That's true. Yeah. And like, I can definitely agree with that. And like, and that's the thing, is that's the whole reason why he gives him that speech before the Sasuke
ties him to the tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which honestly, there's so many favorite Kakashi moments.
That's a good moment. That's because Sasuke was like, you never understand, like, and he's like,
what if I go kill everyone that's important to you? And Kakashi's like, and with a smile on his face, everyone you're talking about has already been killed. I'm just like, and that's when I think that's a great foreshadowing of Kakashi's like back. And it's like, and that's the thing. It's like Kakashi takes all the situations that he's had, because he's had. It's next to Itachi, probably the worst childhood.
I mean, his dad killed himself.
He had to kill him.
You don't really hear anything about his mom.
No. Well, his dad mentions it to him, or in passing.
What happened to his mom?
They never say. They just said she died pretty young.
Oh, I see. Okay. So loses his mom. Dad kills himself. Loses his best friend. I mean, well, like, I guess maybe you could.
Presumably, yeah.
Gets his eye. Doesn't she die too?
Kushina?
Yeah.
No, Rin?
Rin.
Yeah, he kills her.
Kills her.
And then Minato and Kushina die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like right after that.
Like he just
lost everything.
A lot.
Yeah.
And now he's like risking losing he almost lost his Team 7 like on their first big mission together. That was a big deal for him.
Yeah.
Then he's like threatened by losing Sasuke, especially because of Curse Mark and then Orochimaru nonsense. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's a hard time.
And I think Kakashi has a lot of complexity, but he handles it in a way that you really don't like, because he never complains about it. Mm-hmm. Like you never hear like Kakashi. I guess aside from that conversation with Sasuke, but like Sasuke was like literally like, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like I do. But like after that, he's like. He literally, like, in a typical Kakashi fashion, he literally puts a 180 on it. It's like, yeah, we're not all that bad off, though. We have new comrades to help fill the void. And it's great that Kakashi can look at it that way, you know, and you see the bad in his life, but redirect the sadness somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, I just think...
Solid character.
He's someone to look up to in a lot of ways. And I think he's... maybe he's not as relatable as someone like Shikamaru, but he can be.
I mean, there's certain elements. I mean, it depends on who you are and where your walk in life is. Anyone can relate to anybody in that show, depending on where they are.
Yeah.
Maybe for someone like us, in Western culture, we have it pretty easy for the most part. A lot of us do, I'd say.
Yeah.
Compared to some other lives, maybe there's some extreme situations where people are like, yeah, I can really relate to this situation with Kakashi. Shikamaru had it pretty easy.
Yeah. And I was gonna say too, like Kakashi had the hardest job as a teacher, looking after two of the highest priorities for the Elite Village.
They really were.
And granted, like Kakashi was probably the only one that could deal with something like that. So like,
and Sakura, and she was a nightmare.
Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, I think Kakashi just gets a bad rap as a teacher. Like,
does he?
A lot of people would say that he's a great character, but it's a crappy teacher.
I mean, I would only challenge them to watch the series again. You have to look at the cards that he was dealt, and then you have to determine what best course of action to take. I mean, you have to look at how he was raised and the decisions he had to make.
The only other teacher that I can honestly say that could maybe had it even remotely bad was Guy, having to deal with Neji's like destiny kind of stuff,
ego nonsense.
Yeah. But after his fight with Naruto, it was all smooth sailing. Kakashi still had to deal with a lot of like.
It's hard, yeah. I mean, one of his team is gone,
and he still feels responsible for like Sasuke leaving,
Mm-hmm.
And I always appreciate Kakashi's backing up Naruto in his quest to try to bring Sasuke back.
Mm-hmm.
As much as like even after like Sasuke almost killed Sakura twice,
yeah,
Kakashi's still backing up Naruto and saying like I'm still willing to see if Sasuke can come back. If you think it's possible, then I do too. But backpacking, I'm not going to do too much more into this, but backpacking off the student relationship with Naruto, I think that honestly might be my favorite teacher-student relationship is Kakashi and Naruto, because I think it's definitely slept on. I think it shows in the war arc mostly after the whole Obito reveal. Like it's really, you really see how dependent Naruto and Kakashi are on each other. Because it's like after the whole Obito reveal, Kakashi's in the fit of like he doesn't know what to do. After like everything, his whole world's been shattered. His whole outlook on life has been shattered because the person he thought was his hero is actually the villain.
Oh yeah.
And it's up to Naruto, like, you know, to, hey, you know, we have to stop what this guy's doing first. We can talk about it later, and stuff like that. And Kakashi straight up says, like, Naruto, I'm glad that you were my student. And I like how they're standing side by side to each other. And even Naruto's like grinning, like fighting next to Kakashi. So I think it's definitely
that's a good moment.
I think it's definitely, and like whenever Obito's like trash talking Kakashi, Naruto's like, Kakashi Sensei's like me. He's not trash and stuff like that. So it's like, I just think that their relationship is really slept on, and
that's good. I'm excited to get to it. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm excited to see those moments happen. And
then the last thing I'll say is I think the way that he and Obito kind of part ways after like the whole. First of all, I like how he got both Sharingan. I do like that. Even though it's a big plot hole. I will definitely agree to that. It's definitely a plot hole that probably shouldn't have happened, but I'm glad it did.
I'll have to watch it to see.
Because that man wrecks. Like, there's a lot of people who say that double Monk Sharingan Kakashi solos about 98% of the Naruto verse.
Really?
Not at the same time, but like one-on-one, he solos just about anybody.
Really?
Aside from maybe like end of Naruto and end of series Sasuke. But Hashirama, Madara, Obito, maybe Ten Tails Madara, maybe Ten Tails Obito. That's a separate conversation. But like a lot of people, a lot of people do agree about this just because how much like hacks he's got.
Hacks. I'll have to. Now I'm really curious. That'll be an interesting conversation. Yeah.
But I do like the way they part, him and Obito. It's a good moment. Like, you know, Obito, rightfully so, he's like, I don't even know what to say to you in parting because I've messed up the Shinobi world so bad. And Kakashi, being that good friend, is like, look, we're able to say goodbye as friends and not enemies. That's enough for me. And he's like, thanks, Kakashi. He's like, all right, I got to go see Ren. And Kakashi's like, have you prepared a good excuse for being late? He's like, don't worry, I already told her I'd be helping you. And Kakashi's about to cry at that moment because he's like, likewise, because he always did the same thing when he was a kid. He's like, I'll be right back. I gotta go help Obito because he's late.
Yeah.
So, and it's just to see the Sharingan, you know, retract permanently, and Kakashi say like, you know, Kakashi the Sharingan's no more. It's pretty sad. But in place of that, I do like how he became Hokage.
Yeah.
It's really crazy because like Kakashi's the last Hokage we see in the series. If you think about it. Because he's Hokage at the end of the manga and unless you count like the little, like, in the manga there's like this little 1-page chapter where you see Naruto finally as Hokage, but technically at the end of the series Kakashi's the last Hokage we see.
Like actually acting out Hokage.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
You're just assuming that Naruto does become Hokage. So
yeah.
So yeah, that's my number one. So thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And I will try to get the Kakuzu and Deidera fight we uploaded this week. And I will do my best, guys. I really will. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But yeah, hope y'all have a great rest of the day. And until my next video, like Snow, out.